A typical Detroit style pizza slice this size is around 600 calories, but mine are around 300 calories with 25 to 30 grams of protein each. If you want to lose weight but crave decadent comfort foods like pizza with a thick crust, then you've come to the right place because I've made 3 versions of them. So let's get started, shall we? Our first recipe is the classic cheese and pepperoni Detroit style pizza. So you're gonna blend the cottage cheese first, make sure to blend it. You don't want it to be chunky. And then guys, liquid egg whites, they don't sell them in the carton anywhere near me, so I had to actually separate them, and that was super annoying. But you're gonna mix it thoroughly, make sure there's no chunks, and then you're gonna add the dry ingredients, which is basically just like the flour, the baking powder, and the spices. Guys, I know I need like a wooden spoon, like a bigger spoon to mix all these ingredients together, and I didn't have one, so I just used a regular one. Don't come for me, I just moved here. But yeah, you're gonna make sure to mix it super thoroughly, and it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look thick like that. And you're gonna take your 9 by 13 inch sheet pan, put the parchment paper down. You don't need to cut it. I don't know why I did it for this first one. And then again, you don't need to spray with cooking spray. You honestly don't. I don't know why. I sometimes do that. But anyway, you're going to pour the batter out. Again, it would be useful to have like a rubber like spatula thing. You know what it means to take the batter out of the bowl, but I was just using the spoon because I didn't have one on hand because I just moved here. So then you're going to spread it out with the spatula. Make sure to spread it out evenly so that it cooks as evenly as possible, but it still might not be perfect because again, this is a Greek yogurt crust pizza. So follow the instructions carefully, guys. You're gonna bake it for 15 minutes with the parchment paper and the tray. And then you're actually gonna remove it from the tray and the parchment paper, and you're gonna bake it right on the rack for 5 minutes. This is gonna make it nice and crispy. And guys, I'll admit something. I didn't actually do this for this pizza crust. So this is a trick that I learned for the next 2 pizza crusts that I made. We're going to apply it to all the recipes, okay? So we're going to pour the tomato sauce on top. Make sure to get the lowest calorie tomato sauce you can, and then leave a bit of room for the crust, which I was just kind of like doing after there. And then for the toppings, for the light mozzarella and the vegan pepperoni, I like to add it in layers. So half the cheese, half pepperoni, half the cheese, half pepperoni. And you'll see that I'm actually using chopped vegan sausage. It's because they didn't have the vegan pepperoni and I didn't want to go on a wild goose chase for it. Also, you don't have to use vegan meat. You can use regular meat. I really don't care. Please don't be all up in my comments, or maybe do that because it'll increase my engagement. But anyway, basically you're going to layer it all and you're going to pop it back in the oven for about like 5 to 8 minutes after you do that, or until the cheese is fully melted and nice and bubbly. And look at that. Oh my God, it looks delicious. I like to top it with some Italian seasoning or whatever you want really. Then I sliced it into 6 pieces. What I'm realizing is that a lot of the Detroit style pieces are actually smaller than this. So they use a 9 by 13 inch pan and they'll cut it into like 8 slices. So it really depends on what you want. I mean, these slices are around 300 calories. As you can see, 25 grams of protein. Yeah, you can always cut them into 8 depending on your preferences or depending on how many people you're cooking for, or what your meal prep plans are for that week. But of course, honestly, 1 slice of pizza could be a meal for a lot of people. What I would recommend for reheating is putting it in the air fryer. Like honestly, pop it in the air fryer for like 8 to 10 minutes at 400 Fahrenheit. Then you're good to go. If you want to bring this to work and you don't have an air fryer, if they have like a toaster oven, or you can honestly eat it cold. Of course, you can also just put it in a regular convection oven if you don't have an air fryer. But yeah, I absolutely love that we can eat these kinds of foods and still lose weight.
It's thick.
So for storing it, I like to store it in these containers, or you can store it in like foil or plastic. Next up, we've got white sauce mushroom pizza. Now, I personally love a white sauce pizza. I know not everyone does. And if you don't like it, you can look at the other 2 recipes in this video. So you're gonna roast the mushrooms first. Personally, I would have used oyster mushrooms. Again, I couldn't find them at my Aldi or Aldi or whatever it's called. Sorry guys. So I just used regular mushrooms because I didn't want to go on a wild goose chase. So you're gonna put all the spices. I put some salt, some garlic powder. That's actually all I put. You're gonna make sure to toss it with some cooking spray. While the mushrooms are roasting, we're gonna make the crust. And guys, yes, this is the same crust recipe as the last one, because if it ain't broke, it doesn't need fixing, or however the saying goes. So yeah, make sure to mix everything together until it looks like that consistency. And then you're gonna add the dry ingredients and then mix it until your hand falls off. I know some of you might add like less flour in order to lower the calories. I would not recommend that, as the crust is not going to bake properly. It's going to be too eggy or too spongy. I mean, it'll still be edible, just not as edible as you'd like. Yeah, basically just pour it onto the parchment paper and then just level it out. You could use the spatula. I don't know why I was using the spoon at this point. And then of course use the same baking method that I used in the last one. And then we're going to make the cream, but not so cream sauce. So guys, the cornstarch is important here. If you don't have cornstarch, you could use all-purpose flour. And don't add too much milk because then it's going to be runny. This is what the sauce should look like just cream, but not cream. White sauce. It tastes so good. I was like licking it off my fingers, which is not pictured. And then again, you're going to layer the mozzarella. So put half the mozzarella, half the mushrooms, half the mozzarella, half the mushrooms. Mushrooms should be all nice and roasted now. Again, I wish I could use oyster mushrooms, but they just didn't have any. But I absolutely love the texture of oyster mushroom. Of course, if you want to add meat on this pizza as well, you totally can. I just wanted it to be, I just wanted the mushrooms and the Parmesan to be the stars of the show, okay? So then you're gonna add the Parmesan on top. You don't need any particular kind of Parmesan. I just like got whatever I could, and I know a lot of Parmesan isn't necessarily vegetarian. It has like something in it. I don't even remember what it was, but I don't care. I'm vegetarian, but I'm not super particular about like gelatin or whatever. Don't come for me. And then you're gonna slice it into 6. Again, you can slice it into 8, and I just use a pizza cutter. You could use scissors if you don't have a pizza cutter. Pizza cutter is way cooler, guys. Oh my god, this is so decadent and delicious. When I tasted it, I was like, this tastes like it's coming from Italy. Like this tastes like the pizza from Italy. It's so good, and it tastes like greasy and oily even though it's not. I feel like this is the perfect recipe to bring and just like trick people into thinking that you bought it from the store and it's like the full fat, full calorie thing. And I know some people in the comments might be like, oh, 300 calories is still a lot. But like you have to understand like the rules of science, and like you can only make a pizza, like a thick crust pizza, so low in calories, right? And if you want it to be even lower in calories, you can easily just cut it into 8 slices, portion control, and then that way it'll be like, I don't know, I have to do the math, but I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, this is a good size for me for a small meal or for a snack if I'm feeling hungry. And I wish I still had some of this in the fridge right now, but unfortunately it is devoured. Speaking of fridge, I would store it in the fridge for up to like 4 days, and then again air fry for 10 minutes when you want to eat it, or put it in the oven. Oh my god, this tastes like I got it from Italy. It is so good. Lastly, we've got ourselves a chicken parm pizza, but with vegan chicken. Again, guys, I didn't use all of this vegan chicken. I just wanted to make more because, again, I didn't know how much I was going to use. And then I just used it for another recipe. But you're going to do, again, the same Crust ingredients here, because if it ain't broke, we don't need to fix it. So get the cottage cheese. Oh, getting the cottage cheese out of the blender is so annoying. But yeah, guys, don't blend all the ingredients together because then it's going to be too runny. So just make sure to blend the cottage cheese and then just mix everything together. I was wondering that too. I actually asked ChatGPT. I was like, hey, what should I do? But yeah, basically mix everything together. Make sure make sure that there are no flour clumps. It's very easy for that to happen since it's a massive bowl and a lot of liquid, but it should look like this. But yeah, the mixture should be thick. It definitely shouldn't be runny. If so, you did something wrong. You're going to take that same 9x13 inch sheet pan. You'll notice that I'm doing a lot of sheet pan recipes recently. It's because I want to get more into the meal prep game. It just makes more sense for me, like to, especially because I'm starting a new job soon as well, just to make more meal prep recipes. I do like single serving recipes. It's just less practical. And I know it's less practical for you guys as well. Comment below and let me know like what other meal prep recipes you want to see. But yeah, basically follow the same formula here for the crust, of course, on the screen, and then it's going to look a little bit burnt, but that's all good, guys. Just keep going. Then you're going to put that same low calorie tomato sauce and then layer the mozzarella. So we're going to do mozzarella, and then we're going to put some tomatoes. So I didn't like pre-cook the tomatoes or anything. You just cut them into like small slices, put them on there. You don't want to put too many tomatoes and too much of the chicken. Just put the amount that I listed, because again, if you put it too heavy on the toppings, then the crust is going to be soggy, right? And we absolutely don't want that. For this particular recipe, again, I put it back in the oven for about 8 minutes. You could put it in for longer for this one, again, because there are more toppings. Yeah, we're going to add some Parmesan on top there as well, because it's a chicken parm. And of course, if you want to use regular chicken, that's totally fine. You don't need to use vegan chicken. I'm just vegetarian, so that's what I did. So I made a small mistake here. I basically, after I put the crust in for the second time and then I put the toppings on, you'll see that I like baked it with the parchment paper, when in reality I should have baked it without. But either way, still turned out totally fine. The cheese was a little bit less stringy for this one than I would have liked, just because of that mistake that I made, but it still looks so good. Chicken Parm Pizza, I feel like, was so creative, and I just love making like creative, versions of pizzas. People ask me like, how do you get the inspiration? I feel like it's usually from stuff that I see in real life, and I try and I'm like, hey, I need to make a healthy version of this. I feel like I saw this at like Italy or like some other Italian place or something, and it was just so good. Comment below also and let me know, team corner, middle, or side for pizza slice. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by knowing which type of slice they go for, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Never thought I would eat chicken parm on a pizza, but here we are, and it's delicious. And of course, we gotta store them for our meal prep Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're looking for more meal prep recipes, so I'll link a video here that you should watch next. And please be sure to give this a like, subscribe, and share with your friends, as it really helps the channel, and I post new videos every week. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.